Good afternoon and welcome to our 21st Global Connectivity Conference on Real Estate for CIPS only. Welcome, and today we're going to talk about market update in Canada, Toronto, Ontario, and other areas. And also, there are two delegates coming from South Carolina and also South Florida. And I'm working to arrange those events for the global committees. And there are special, I'm creating a special presentation for them so they understand the power of connectivity and global business. So it will help them to prepare when they come here and tour, or any one of you is interested to learn more about very specifically certain things that I will be sharing and we're doing the presentation. So before we do the presentation, I think the best thing is to introduce ourselves first. So I'm going to start with Antonio. Antonio, can you introduce yourself, please?
There we go. Sure. My name is Antonio Barbosa. Portugal is my home. CIPS, ABR, also CRS designee, member of FIAPS USA, member of ARIA. Great. Love just connecting with people, and real estate is what we do. And it's not who we are. Well, we're people that we just love living life. That's me, and that's about it. Back to you, Tahir.
Thank you very much. CIPS are the global partners. We are member of NAR, and we have a certified international property specialist designation, and we are following the same ethic and professional standards. Therefore, we'll easily make a reference to other members around the globe. So we're going to continue to have a conversation. I'm going to ask Adele, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Adele Elman. I am the CIPS instructor, one of the two instructors here in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia. And I teach the class here, and I teach the CIPS class as well in Dubai with the Arabic language. I'm originally from Egypt. I've been in Atlanta since '82. We have a real estate brokerage. I'm the qualified broker for it. We develop shopping centers and mixed-use projects.
Amazing. We are lucky to have you in our network and wealth of knowledge. And you can see, viewers who are watching our recorded program, that our members are highly qualified, designated professionals, and they have wealth of knowledge. And being an instructor, you can see the mentorship and leadership he can provide to those involved in buying and selling real estate, as well as teaching opportunity. You'll be able to contact Adele as well. So I'm going to ask Arlene before I go to Lori. Arlene, are you there to speak for a few minutes? Yes, there's a comment there. Okay. Sorry, cannot speak. Okay. So we're going to go to Lori. Hi, Lori. This is Tahir. I welcome you. Can you please speak about yourself? Is this your first time coming?
No, actually, I've attended a few of these. I've been CIPS since 2018, but I haven't really been that involved in the whole process. I am a licensed realtor in the state of Nevada and the state of California, as well as CIPS, and I'm also MBA. So I work in residential real estate, and I work doing referrals as well as just, local business. But yeah, that's it. I'm just learning about how I can fit utilizing the CIPS designation and the enriching the relationships around the globe so that we can make those referrals to people all around the globe. So Italy is one of my favorite places to refer since I spend a lot of time there. But I love Portugal, Argentina, Atlanta. I used to live in the big ATL long ago. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Lori. This is I call it power of connectivity. I am preparing a presentation for two global community. One is from South Carolina and one is from South Florida. The delegate is coming on Realtor Quest in May, and I'm arranging hotels and transportation and some building projects. I'm doing introduction to them. I already spoken to them. So, and I am putting together a presentation. This is exclusive to these the trade mission that's coming, but it will be recorded and it will be shown on our Realty Coffee Talk. I don't know you're familiar with Realty Coffee Talk or not. Realty Coffee Talk has a global connectivity, and we create a global real estate professional network. And you can go to YouTube, use my name, personal name, Tahir Qureshi, and you can subscribe. You have a recording of 30 global connectivity conferences online, and many our professionals across the globe have spoken and recorded, and you can learn from that. Plus, there are more than 350 episodes about real estate and mortgages that you can subscribe and learn. Our Canada system of governance is similar to what is United States. Okay. The most important thing that you have to remember is jurisdiction. We are governed by law and legislation within our province or state that regulate the licensing, education, registration, compliance, and consumer protection program. So those are, I put together, I think there are more than 300 episodes that you can subscribe. Tahir Qureshi or realtycoffeetalk.com. You go there. I show you a slide during my presentation, and you can watch them and you can share with your friends. And it's free. And mostly episodes are about 35 minutes to 45 minutes. And there's a lot of learning, and also provide feedback to me. I have learned one thing, that by sharing, by connecting, I am learning. We have Adele, mentor, educator. He speaks Arabic. I know shoy Arabic, but not too much. But I live in Saudi Arabia with the government projects. I can't name too much, but I was there. So it's very important to connect and learn from each other. I never thought that I would meet somebody from Portugal, and I met Antonio. So he's my partner. This is how you connect. And this is why it's very, very important to connect and connect and share your knowledge. We can capitalize. We are doing conventional business, buying and selling real estate, but there are more to it. You have acquisition of land, project development, working with help through your network. Buy the land, help them build it, and then if they don't want to live it, sell it again. So buy, sell, or build. So it depends. And this is a conventional system that we normally do within our industry. But then we talk about, hey, what is the other way of generating revenue? Is a referral partnership. And if we have starts sending a referral to each other, and we get a small piece of the pie, because I cannot fly out to Atlanta, Georgia to do business, because I know Adele. My license is only Ontario, even though I'm a fellow of Rural Institute of Canada, and I'm recognized across Canada, but my license is only to practice in Ontario. Similarly, Atlanta is for Georgia, and I don't know, Antonio license is entire Portugal, or is just one province. I don't know that. So similarly, we are restricted by jurisdiction. And that's why we have to generate another avenue of partnership by making referral, and you mutually agree how much you want to compensate each other and do the business, because and that's why this network has created a lot of opportunity. I get lots of leads. And I'm going to create a presentation for one of these boards on 2nd October. I'll share on Realty Coffee Talk on YouTube or realtycoffeetalk.com, so you can create and simulate the similar thing for yourself. So I think who else was that just came in? Is Arlene, are you there now? Or Barbara? Yeah, go ahead, Arlene. Please introduce yourself. You open your mic, please.
I'm Arlene Murray with JCPenney team. I am just trying to familiarize myself and staying in tune with how best I could use my designation and to meet other people across the globe. I'm in the Central Florida Disney area. A lot of my business is vacation rental, primary residence, and work with some investors as well. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Arlene. I appreciate that. Barbara, actually, Barbara, are you there? Can you speak a few minutes? Open your mic, please.
Sorry, I'm here. How are you doing?
Well, everything is fine. How about you? How's your family?
I'm doing well. The family as well. For the ones who don't know me, I'm Barbara Ashley Jones. I'm here in Orlando as well, Arlene. So I've been in the business for quite a while. I do have customers out of Canada, and I do utilize my referral base. So I heard you speaking about referrals, which is good because once they send me something, they get their referral commissions. So we work very closely that way, and it works out very well.
Yeah, it's very important to one thing realize that either you are getting nothing or you are getting something piece of the pie.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So idea is CIPS has a power. We have a global power that we capitalize on each other's strength and make some money and abide by the law. I suggest everyone and to do small due diligence as a part of your referral program. And we have no problem because we know that everyone is licensed. When you make a referral to someone, I always check their licenses. Particularly, I'm talking about in Ontario and Canada, particularly in Ontario, because Ontario is pretty big province. And when we are making referral within the province, I will check their license to make sure their brokerage is licensed and their agent that I'm referring has a valid license, because it has to do with the trust deposit and other in compliance to the Real Estate Business Broker Act. Now it's going to be changed to Trust in Real Estate Services Act of 2002. There are major changes happening there. I think before I do the presentation, I should mention that we used to have in fact, we still have a client relationship and customer relationship. So as of December 1st, customer relationship is eliminated, and they are introducing self-representative party. That means a buyer can represent itself, or they have to enter into a client relationship. That means no more customer service, because they are in a disadvantage. Let's say you are a seller, you have open house, somebody comes into your open house, and then they want to buy. I said, listen, I am already my seller is my client, so I'm going to put your customer. I give you all the information, but I won't give you advice. I don't protect your interest. So fiduciary duty is off for the customer. So there were a lot of complaint, and the government have decided to eliminate that. So as of December 1st, that being, now they have started a new program. I did actually an episode on consumer beware, new changes in real estate. It's on the YouTube channel, and they're called designated representation. So under current system, when a buyer or a seller become a client, entire brokerage, if you have 5,000 members, they're all in a multiple representation if the buyer and seller belongs to that brokerage. So they all have to abide by the privacy and other rules and regulation. Now they are introducing a designated representation. Therefore, within the brokerage, you can appoint one representing a seller, one representing the buyer. Therefore, the entire brokerage is not in a multiple representation because we have a disclosure requirement. Or we have multiple representation. Do you consent us to proceed with the transaction? So I did an entire episode on that. I am a member of Real Estate Council of Ontario, the regulator, a member of Discipline and Appeals Committee. So when the complaints comes in, I may be chosen one of the panel to hear that. So I resign all my organized real estate directorship and committees and all volunteering for real estate because create a conflict. So it's a great honor for me to be part of the regulator that introduce a certain program, and I am there. So this is a very interesting, if you want to learn about what changes are coming, how we are coping with it, I would suggest that go to Tahir I Qureshi, my name, on YouTube and subscribe to YouTube channel. You will learn a lot, and in case you have new employees joining your brokerage, there's a wealth of knowledge there that you can share that. So I'm going to do my presentation, and then we come back and we will talk about each one of you projects and things you want to share with us. So let me share my screen. Okay, so let's begin from the beginning. So I already mentioned that this is our 31st Global Connectivity Conference. And this is the goal of Realty Coffee Talk is to create connectivity, because that's where we get to know each other for a long distance away, especially CIPS. We are global partners. We are a global family, and we can benefit from each other. So basically is to increase awareness about when you are dealing with building consumer confidence in real estate. There's a big challenge is consumers are not educated. We are licensed to practice in real estate, so it's our responsibility to help educate them so they make informed decision. Also to promote good ethics and business practices. And this is very important to avoid disciplinary actions or other issues within your jurisdiction. So again, I mentioned here before that the global real estate profession is a powerful global connectivity network to get to know each other, build long-term relationship, and facilitate business collaboration among its partners. My goal is to ignite the spirit of connectivity and cooperation within my global real estate profession network. More confident, we have a more confidence, and we are able to make referral because we are CIPS and we respect jurisdiction, respective jurisdiction. And we are professionally governed by the highest professional standard and practices as CIP designee of THUR. So this is the jurisdiction that is where I can support and I can provide help to you, because this is a Greater Toronto area, and Toronto Regional Real Estate Board regulate and may control the transaction in this area. So we have these are region Dufferin and Durham, Halton, Peel, Simcoe, Toronto, York, and these are cities that we deal with. My city is right here at Mississauga. So I'm going to share with you shortly, very briefly, detached home, our average price. And we have two areas. 416 is directly Toronto area. 905 could be Mississauga, Oakville, Milton, surrounding city, 905. So you can see that 416 detached home has 1.6 million plus a detached home price, average price in August, and also 905 is 1.361 million. So you can see a gap of $250,000 price difference between 416 and 905 area. Semi-detached in 416 is 1.235 million, and average price 905 is about $1 million. and townhome 971,000 in 416 and 925,000. So townhomes are similar except about $50,000 or difference. Condo 724,000. It doesn't talk about any specific. This is an average price for all transactions through Toronto Regional Real Estate Board for the month of August. And 905 is 666,000. So you can see there is a difference of about, I would say, about $60,000 in condo units. So if you look at the year-over-year price change, an average price on one side sale transaction, detached home sales that declined minus 12% as compared to August, and minus semi-detached minus 14.4%. Townhome is plus 0.6% as compared to last August, and condo are 7.6%, combining 416 and 905. But if you look at the average price, except condo unit, which went minus 0.9, all have gained, average price have gained. So as compared to detached home, and 416 is still negative, but 3.8% increase in average price in 905 area. So average is 2.8% from last August to this August. SAMI is 6.9% between the two. So SAMI is more affordable and people are buying that, and townhomes are 3.9%. So you can see the average price as compared to August. So I'm going to show you a chart that reflects about what's happening in 2023 from January to now. So sales were minus 5.2% as compared to August 2022. New listing is jumped now 16.2. Remember, we have an interest rate hike throughout, even though Bank of Canada has frozen the benchmark to 5%. Average price for 5 years from 550 to 650, 7%. So this has impacted very significantly. Now, active listing, we have 16.5. Look at this 22. So we have more listing. That means it's opportunity for the buyers to make money. But if you look at the average price, it's a 0.3% increase as compared to August. So a very small variation, couple of thousand, not much. So list day on the market is minus 9.1. So things are moving faster in certain area. Most of the transactions are fast when they are below 1.2 million or 1.3 million dollars, because everybody who wants to get out from a condominium, move to outside, they are between 1 million to 1.25, 1.3 million. They are that really moving fast. And average day on the market is minus 17.6. So that means things are moving. And this is, I want you to pay attention to this detail. I'm going to put this to this one here. You can see this in January comparison. January average price was 1,038,000, and now average price in August is 1,082,000. So you have about 44,000 price increase, average price from January to August. But if we have the highest price in May, which was 1,196,101, and since then, in June has gone down, and about maybe about 14,000. Then we have another drop of about 60,000 in July, and now we are below 1,100,000. So we are at 1,082,000. So you can see the decline. But if you look at on the right side transaction versus the average price, we are positive 0.3%. There are projections are that the price for 2023 will not increase, but I am still hoping that it will be more than is. Transactions are down. You can see that And I'm going to share the information. This show you that in May was the highest price, average price in Toronto Regional Real Estate Board. So this is a forecasting by the Canadian Real Estate Association. 23 is showing lower than 2022. And obviously, we are looking at over 500,000 transactions in 24. But it may change now because interest rates are high and inflation is not gone where it should have been. So nothing has changed from the forecasting that we have shared in the previous. So only thing I will mention that in 2022 we have 498,127 transactions throughout. It was a minus 25.2% from 21, and 2023 is minus 6.8% across Canada. And these transactions are only that go through MLS system, regardless of whose MLS system being used. They are reported by Canadian Real Estate Association, but they are projecting that the forecast will increase to 11.2% in 2024 to 516,043 transactions. And we are in Ontario, so you can see that they're showing a minus 3.9% for Ontario for 23. That's forecasting. I personally believe that we're going to be in positive, about 2.5 to 3% instead of minus 3.9 Canada-wide. But they're projecting 13.3% increase average in 24. So this information will be shared. If you need any question or PDF copy, you let me know. I'll be shared. Now, here is the average price. So average price across Canada is minus 0.2% across Canada, 23 projected, and forecasting for 24 is 3.0%. So if you look at the Ontario, we have a minus showing 3,719 average price is minus 3%, whereas in forecasting for 24 is 0.7% increase. And cost of construction material, I am a part of the popcorn builder, licensed builder in Ontario. Cost has gone up 35 to 40%. So there is no way the cost of building a home is going down. We still have a shortage of housing. We have discussed this before. I'm not going to go through the detail, but the prohibition on purchase of residential by non-Canadian citizens. Very quickly, now there is some exception by the federal government. So anyone who is on a work permit can buy a property in Ontario. Before it was not allowed across Canada. They have to have 183 days or more. Non-Canadian must be 183 days or more live in Canada to purchase a home. This was not allowed before, is now allowed. Land development, zoning for residential and mixed use, including residential development, are allowed by non-Canadian. This was not permitted before. So this will be, I will be covering in the presentation that I'm preparing for two global committees. Private corporation threshold of ownership is now increased to 10%. It used to be 3%. And penalty for violation is a $10,000. Changes effective 27 March 23. These are now allowed. And if any agent is involved in selling the property and violate the law, there's a $10,000 fine for that. So if I think majority of you are familiar with the necessary steps to achieve success in real estate, preparing a buyer's checklist. And when we buying and sell, we can create a checklist, and we share listing data sheets with the buyers. We prepare an estimate of closing costs so they know what to expect that. And we need to have a consent to advertise as a part of, if I am helping or cooperating with any of my partners. And we also can I can also advertise your MLS listing in our world's largest MLS system if we have a broker cooperation. And we also enter into a referral agreement and fees. Those are based on transaction has been completed and jurisdiction and due diligence. According to Real Estate Business Broker Act 2002 and soon to be released on December 1st, Trust in Real Service Act, we are required, when we collect any fee, we are required to have it done in due diligence. That's why when I have a client and I make a referral to any partner, I collect information, share information, introduce them, and then pass it on to the CIPS partner within jurisdiction. I do not deal with any transaction that is not, that country does not have a consumer protection law. This is very important as a part of your license. Your due diligence is a must. Otherwise, consumer can complain. And our multicultural society, people travel. And we have very diverse community and multicultural society. So people, they want to buy property in their home country where they are, where they came from. So I always make reference to them. And this is why I'm entering into referral agreement with my partners. Again, buying process, the CIPS, you should create something like simpler. The CIPS, you select, search, selection, and making an offer, and also satisfying the mortgage appraisal, inspection, and conditions, whatever the conditions are in your jurisdiction. We send APS, Agreement of Purchase Sale, to relevant with documents to the lawyer. In Ontario, we deal with lawyers. Even legal clerk can do the transaction, but we deal with the lawyers. Lenders send funds to the buyer's lawyer. Buyer can get financing through Canadian system. The lawyer will do the transfer deed and register mortgage charge. This is process. Transactions are handled by the lawyers. And secure title insurance and title fraud. So in Ontario, every lawyer now use title insurance to make sure the ownership title is in case there is any error or something happens, the consumer or the buyer's interest is protected. So all lawyers are using it now. And again, important things to remember, estimating closing costs, always have an estimated closing cost for the transaction that you want to deal with it. Non-resident and foreign buyers pay speculation tax. So even though Government of Ontario have this 25%, now federal government has allowed certain transactions for acquisition of property and development project. The property tax, the non-resident speculation tax in Ontario is 25%. Somebody has to do. I have a client recently, I met them. I couldn't buy it because the speculation tax, 25% was $500,000. So they have to put $500,000 down payment and $500,000 tax. So I told him to wait until they get their permanent residence, then you can buy the property. So I put it on hold. And this is part of our due diligence and our fiduciary duty to potential clients. Withholding money. So when you sell a property, you're a non-resident or non-Canadian, the lawyer will hold the money until you pay your capital gain tax. I believe it's about 25 to 30%. And that money is held by the lawyer. And then after getting a certificate from CRA, Canadian Revenue Agency, then they will release the money. All is done through the lawyer. And also we have a chartered consultation with a chartered professional accountant, CPAs. We have a huge network of professionals. And similarly, we always recommend recommendation and presentation that you consult with a lawyer. Sometimes the transactions are complicated, and this is very important that you have to deal with them. And go back here. And foreign property mortgage can be arranged, and also buyer not related. Buying a process is not related to immigration. Immigration is handled separately. So anyway, this is where all my recording of real estate and professional. I think I have a recorded here. So let's see if this has any song. Can you, okay, and you can subscribe that. Most recently, this is a consumer be aware new changes in real estate. This is the most recently I did. And this was rights and responsibility of landlords and tenants is very important that we're doing it here. And declining appetite for home ownership. This is another interesting topic because affordability. So if you are in that predicament, you'd like to know why you're not able to make a sale or what's happening in your market, you may get some tips from there. So, and this is about me. I'm a fellow real estate broker and CIPS, small boutique brokerage in city of Mississauga, which is part of Toronto. And Toronto Airport is in Mississauga. So we are there. And welcome any inquiries and cooperation with my partners. And I'm sure you all member of Global Rules, the professional network. If you're not, please join this. This is a private network, CIPS, on Facebook. Again, our next 32nd Global Connectivity Conference will be held on October 26th at 1 p.m. Thank you for watching. I'm going to stop sharing. All right. So, Lori, you have any question?
Well, actually, I appreciate your presentation, and I hope that you'll be willing to share that with me, because I like to look at it a little bit more and possibly develop something for within our own market that's similar. I will visit, as I mentioned in my text there, your YouTube station and also the website to get more ideas and interact with some of the things that you've posted there. I know you mentioned something about your landlord-tenant laws that have recently changed. As you know, in America, we're also facing that same change, impending change actually, because it just went through, I think yesterday was finalized at the federal level at the regarding landlord tenant changes, more in favor of tenants versus landlord. So is that what you're also seeing in Canada where you are in your market? I would just be interested to know how, kind of what the differences are and what may be some of the challenges that you might what like your overview of what you might see there that's most impactful in your current economy.
The purpose of that episode was to increase awareness to the consumer. When you are entering into a relationship as tenant and landlord, what are the rights and responsibilities? We have a Residential Tenancy Act in Ontario that regulate, once you have entered into an agreement, you cannot unilaterally increase your rental. The government of Ontario provide guidelines, and there are certain conditions under which you can terminate a lease agreement. Well, once you have signed a lease agreement, you have to honor that, even you are selling the property. Somebody has to assume it. And there are penalty. And unless if you're selling a property, for example, and the buyer wants to move into their family, the tribunal that control the residential and tenant and landlord, they say you have to honor the agreement. An agreement has to expire before you vacate the property or ask to vacate the property, unless the tenant and landlord enter into an agreement and they compensate each other. And also when they terminate, if let's assume the termination happened after the agreement has expired, they go month to month and they have a requirement to give 60 days notice. And then you have to have reason that you want to remove the person out, not because the rental has increased in last 2 years. You have to have say, oh, I want to use this for my personal use. My son, my daughter, or my parents are moving into the property, or my brother, or some personal reason for personal use. Then you are able to seek the position. And you can ask and apply to the landlord and tenant tribunal to get a permission. So if the tenant agrees and also law requires that you have to give 1 month rent to them as a gratuity to them to vacate the property, and if you're lawfully able to ask them to leave. So those are the things that I discuss in that program. There are many topics on our YouTube channel. You have failed deals, consequences of failed deals, for example, buying, selling, representation, disputes, assignments, buying pre-construction, many topics. If you go to YouTube channel, use my name Tahir I Qureshi or Realty Coffee Talk, you can go to realtycoffeetalk.com. Just how the logo is, and all the YouTube channel recording comes to that website, and from there is an icon to click and go to subscribe it. Then anytime I upload every Thursday. Tonight I have a show that I'm planning to talk about global partnership and connectivity, because I have a presentation coming up. So tell us, Lori, that do you have any listing, anything that you want to share, anything that how people reach out to you, and which areas that you are focused on? You strictly residential or commercial as well?
I focus primarily in residential real estate. I do apologize, I don't have anything necessarily prepared for today's session, but I can individually send out my contact information. My primary market is, of course, Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada. I also work in Southern California, in the San Diego and Los Angeles areas. So that's pretty much, I make a lot of referrals around the globe of the United States, and I've done some referrals out of the country in Italy, of course. But beyond that, I haven't experienced the privilege to send a referral to other places, but I do talk to a lot of people who are getting more interested in their pursuits of seeking properties outside of the United States. So I am a little unskilled, if you will, in the arena of sending those and having more familiarity. I have attended some of these mentoring classes, just trying to grasp what I can understand about how it all works. And I think my understanding is, of course, increasing, but I'm always looking to learn something new. And it's a great challenge for me as a, residential real estate agent in the United States to be able to have those connections around the globe and assist people more with just helping them navigate where they would like to be. It's not really it's not necessarily about the monetary aspect of it. Well, that part of it's great. That's really not what it is, but it's just about helping people, educating people about where they would like to be based on what they put forth. So I guess what I mean by that is just listening and then helping people navigate where they want to go, connecting them to the right people, and making sure that they're the professional representation that extends from me to them to help the client. Or to help, in this case, someone that's trying to navigate somewhere else.
Yeah, so I would suggest you go to a subscribe YouTube channel, because there is a program called Digital Marketing that I created. That it was an amazing program. I presented here to many boards here, and you will like it. And also, obviously, have you joined our Global Real Estate Professional Network on Facebook? It's a private network on Facebook.
The CIP group, I believe so.
Okay, so
But
I also created my global CIPS partner on a WhatsApp group I have, and we are serious about doing business. All those people like Antonio from Portugal, his timing is different. My time here is almost 2 o'clock in a few minutes, and what time is there, Antonio?
It's almost 7 p.m. You were 5 hours behind. You're on Eastern Standard Time, so we're 5 hours ahead. It's almost two there.
Oh, okay. You see,
It's just 11 a.m. here in Las
It's
Vegas.
happy hour. It's happy hour.
7 a.m.?
7
It's-
p.m. He said.
It's happy hour, Tahir.
Yeah. That's fantastic. So I think that this is a very amazing because that we have a wealth of knowledge and experience, and we are sharing our knowledge and we're using each other's strength. That's the power of connectivity. I started this Realty Coffee Talk. I give you a little story about it. In our okay, go ahead, Antonio.
No, go ahead. I just want to say I almost forgot. And I want to say this, and we know. I mean, I think we're all rock stars here, and anyone listening and being a part of here. The truth is that real estate has little to do with homes. It's all to do with people and building relationships. Tris Nunes sends her regards. Somebody here that I met in your group. Okay, I met her in your group. She's in California, and I got a referral for from one of her clients here in Porto that they want to sell a property. They used to live, their Portuguese heritage. They want to sell a property here near in the Douro Valley. So that's how it works, and it's that simple. But you gotta put in the time. You have to build a relationship. It's just not about a face here on the screen. Getting to know the person, building that relationship, and you do that with time, and that's real estate. It has nothing to do. So because when you send out a referral to anybody, you gotta vet them. You gotta do your due diligence. When you say you're absolutely right, say here, getting their license, are they licensed here or licensed there, wherever they are, etc. So, but it's just a success story. Thank you for putting this together every single month after month, and I try to participate. I've been having crazy days and months and weeks, we all have, but always try to participate because it's just, even if it's to say hello to our friends, see what's going on, you chat for a little bit, and that's what it's about. So I really appreciate for putting it together. And Trish Nunes, she does say hello, and she could not be on the call. She's in Italy. So back to you, Tahir. Thank you.
So this is how I am planning now, because my circumstances last November changed, and because my wife got cancer, and we're going through the chemotherapy, and that took away a lot of my time and attention. So with everybody's prayers, and she's a fighter. And she also had a license, but we have to put aside the license because I terminated her license because I don't want her to focus on her health only. So she's feeling much better now. We're still not out of the ward, but we're still going with the chemotherapy. But again, I had built so much strong bond with people. It's all about knowing each other, feeling the confidence and trust. We have the CIPS designation. If we don't use that power, what good is that designation? Just paying our annual subscription or attending a couple of seminars? I have now friends almost in 80 countries now. And I have invitation. I give you an example of Realty Coffee Talk, the power of connectivity. When I went to NOR, last convention, this year I can't go because of my wife. I was shocked to meet everybody that connected through our Global Real Estate Professional Network. And then I didn't feel strange. I didn't know that, am I able to meet anyone? So from Ireland, you name it, everybody from Florida, Miami, Ireland, Germany, everywhere I met everybody. So we created connection because we knew each other through the visual and remotely go through this network, but then we knew each other very well. So we connected, and I am very happy that we create this bond. And you can feel free to ask questions. And this recording will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, not tonight, maybe tomorrow, because I have to go to a TV show tonight, every Thursday. But it's very good to see all of you joining and sharing. And what Antonio, I'm planning to do, remember we were supposed to have a recording of our program, and I think we're going to do that probably next month, in a few days. So Okay, Arlene, you want to say something? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I enjoyed the information you shared. A lot of it relates to real estate here on our side as well. With the whole process that's involved, we could identify with a lot of that as well. And it's good to understand how things are done on the other side in Canada. So that was very informative. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Now, Lori, if you want me, first of all, if you have, you can join our WhatsApp group, also Realty Coffee Talk, where we share things. And also, if you are on our Global Real Estate Professional Network, I can send you a PDF copy right there.
I will double check to make sure I'm part of that you said was on Facebook.
Let me share the screen. I think we're almost
Yes,
done.
please. Thank you.
Let me see if I have. Okay, let me send this one here. Okay, let me go this. Yeah, I'm just going to go to YouTube. It's just picked up there.
Actually, the Facebook group, the International Realtors Serving Global and Local, I just saw Trish Nunez's, she posted there. Is that the same or is that different?
Facebook. Our is a Global Real Estate Professional Network. It's a private. I'm going to put the pause on. Okay. Let's see if it shows up. Give me 1 second.
Hey, Lori, those are two different groups. The CIPS is a group that's for CIPS.
That's
It is the same. Yeah, and TAHIR is a different group. It's the Global Connectivity, right? The TAHIR?
Yes, yes. I'm just loading it so she can see it. You see, this is called Global Real Estate Professional Network. You see this here?
Yes.
That's the one.
Okay, Global Real Estate Professional. I thought I was.
Because I used to have a global connectivity for CIPS, but I was told by Chicago that CIPS is an individual, so I changed the name. It's called Global Real Estate Professional. Okay.
Okay.
So if
Global
you
Real Estate Professional Network. I will look at that one.
we can. Are you a member of this?
No, I haven't. I don't have that one in.
So you can get in, and you will see.
I have all of those. So I'll have to come to you and find that one, and then request to join.
Yeah. So you send me a friendship request on Facebook. I'll put you in there.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this. So thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate that. And put your phone number, WhatsApp your cell number there. I'll put you, once you become my friend, I'll be able to put you everywhere, okay? And then we'll help you. And I share the template with you so you are able to utilize it. Idea is to share this knowledge. I'm right now doing something very, very special for two global chairs in Florida and also in Carolina. Help them prepare education, because I love education and I've been doing that. So his idea is to help. So more than happy to speak and talk to you guys. So thank you very much. And I say thank you very much. Nice meeting you. We'll see you next our event happens last Thursday of each month at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you very much. I will see you next time. Stay safe. bless. God
Bye,
bless.
everyone.
Bye for
Bye.
now.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.